consider pay-per-view sales, when you consider the money that you've made, when you consider how you can give lessons on how to make money outside of your profession, marketing your profession. There's nobody that would even challenge you on that.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win. Money made, money made, money made all day. You know, right here, the light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life.
Okay, you guys, Stephen A. Smith did not hold back this time. He straight up said Floyd Mayweather's billion-dollar empire isn't what it looks like, and the wildest part? He's dragging other celebrities into it too. He is actually flat out naming names and calling the whole thing one big scam. Now, this hits different because Floyd has built his entire brand on being Money Mayweather. Jets, cars, diamond watches, skyscrapers, he's been flexing that image for years. But Stephen A. is basically saying it's smoke and mirrors, and the famous people Floyd's worked with, they're caught up in the mess right alongside him. And here's where it gets messy. This all ties back to Floyd's so-called $402 million real estate deal, the one where he claimed he bought 62 buildings in New York. But when reporters checked, nothing was on paper. No buildings, no transfers, no proof. That's when people stopped looking at Floyd alone and started pointing fingers at the celebs he's done business with. And trust me, this didn't just start with real estate. Floyd's been moving reckless with celebs for years. So let's start with the obvious one, because this was messy. Before Floyd ever started flexing fake real estate deals, he was already teaming up with celebs for sketchy money grabs. And one of the biggest scandals with his name stamped on it, that whole Ethereum Max crypto fiasco. On paper, Ethereum Max looks like the next big thing. Floyd was flashing it during his exhibition fight promos. Kim was blasting it out to her 250 million followers like it was the hottest bag.
Kim Kardashian convinces 53 million people to invest in Ethereum Max. So does Floyd Mayweather. Now they're both being sued. Both of them posted on their Instagram that everybody should buy this dumb coin. Kim K got 19% of her following to invest in Ethereum Max. And you guess what happened next? Yep, they dumped, and guess who got stuck holding the bag? So I'll say it again to the influencers out there. Stop promoting this crap. You haven't even seen the SEC get involved. When they do, it is going to be a bloodbath.
But here's where it turns shady. Fans accuse them of pulling a classic pump and dump scheme, hyping the coin just enough to spike the value, only for it to crash almost instantly. Suddenly, Floyd, Kim, and Pierce were all slapped with a class action lawsuit, and headlines were calling it one of the boldest celebrity cash grabs of the decade. Now, to be fair, the lawsuit eventually got tossed out. The court said there wasn't enough proof of fraud, but that didn't change a thing. Kim rebuilt her image with Skims and law school. Pierce slid back into sports commentary. But Floyd? His name stayed glued to this scandal because it fit the pattern. And if you thought the crypto mess was bad, wait until you see how far Floyd tried to take it next. Reports came out earlier this year that Floyd Mayweather is working with billionaire real estate mogul Meyer Orbach on a plan to scoop up a 10% stake in the New York Giants. Do y'all understand how insane that is? That's a deal worth around $700 million.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., is putting together an offer to become a minority owner of the New York Giants, bro.
And here's the thing. People don't even know where Floyd's money is really coming from. Like, let's be real. Floyd made crazy amounts from boxing, but a $700 million stake in the Giants? That's billionaire territory. Enter Meyer Orbach. He's not just some sidekick. As some of you might probably know, this guy is a heavyweight in real estate, owning stakes in major sports teams, like the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pairing him with Floyd makes sense on paper. Floyd brings the star power. Orbach brings the boardroom credibility. Critics said the partnership was more about clout than cash. Because if Floyd was already tied to shaky investments elsewhere, like that crypto mess we just talked about, then what did that mean for a Giants deal? Fans were warning it could be the next too good to be true moment in Floyd's business saga. And after talking billion-dollar boardrooms with Meyer Orbach, you wouldn't think Floyd would mix business with pop stars, but that's exactly what he did. Because let's not forget the Justin Bieber era, when Floyd basically turned his boxing ring into a stage for one of the world's biggest pop acts. Back in the mid-2000s and 10s, Floyd and Bieber were inseparable. Floyd would be preparing for a mega fight, and who was walking out behind him? Not another fighter, not a hype man, but Justin Bieber.
7 world titles in 5 divisions. Tonight, he challenges for number 8. From Grand Rapids, Michigan, former junior lightweight, world champion, former lightweight, world champion, former super lightweight, world champion.
But here's the problem. Fans started questioning whether this was real friendship or just cross-promotion disguised as loyalty. Because once Floyd's controversies piled up, DV cases, lawsuits, business drama, Bieber started quietly pulling away. And if Justin Bieber felt like the flashy pop culture crossover, the next celeb Floyd lined up with was pure lifestyle branding, DJ Khaled. Now, these two weren't just hanging out for vibes. They were straight-up endorsement brothers.
Hey, so Colin, man, what did your agents think of that video out front of UTA today?
Can I get a picture? The key is confidential.
Confidential, but they were obviously impressed, right?
But behind the scenes, this partnership wasn't as glamorous as it looked. In 2018, both Floyd and Khaled got slapped by the SEC for failing to disclose they were paid to promote certain crypto investments. That's right, they were out here hyping up coins like Centra Tech, acting like they just believed in the product, when really, they were cashing massive checks for it. People who trusted them lost big when those coins tanked, and it looked like Floyd and Khaled were pocketing money at the expense of regular folks. What's wild is how quickly both of them tried to spin it. Floyd claimed he was just sharing opportunities, while Khaled went silent and moved back to safer endorsements like furniture collabs and sneakers. But as y'all have noticed the pattern by now, the damage was already done. And after Khaled, he went on and teamed up with Lil Wayne. Now, this collab wasn't about crypto or boardroom deals, but about the show. Floyd knew boxing wasn't just about winning, it was about spectacle. And who better to turn a fight into a full-blown concert than Weezy himself? Lil Wayne performed live for multiple Mayweather walkouts, spitting bars while Floyd strutted to the ring like it was the Grammys. Lil Wayne got global visibility every time, and Floyd reinforced his money team image by standing shoulder to shoulder with one of the biggest rappers alive. It was cross-promotion, dressed up as friendship. And if Floyd's link-ups with Wayne and Khaled weren't enough, you already know he had to be seen with Rick Ross. During Ross's heated beef with 50 Cent, Floyd jumped in on Ross's side, promising big money moves and even dangling the idea of supporting Ross's ties to the Black Mafia family legend, Big Meech.
February 13th, the Big Meech Home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic.
Allegedly, Floyd and Ross made it sound like they were gonna put Meech on financially, show loyalty, and keep his name alive while he was locked up. But when it came time to actually back that up, nothing happened. Meech was left high and dry, struggling, while Floyd and Ross kept the clout and walked away with the shine. Now, this wasn't even the last time, because just when people thought Floyd had moved past the crypto chaos, he turned right around and tried to sell himself as a billionaire real estate mogul. And guys, this is where it got even messier. Now, as y'all know, Floyd's entire brand has always been about one thing: money. He literally made it his nickname, Money Mayweather. And to be fair, he did earn crazy amounts in the ring.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And unlike other athletes who quietly stacked their coins, Floyd was the total opposite. He made sure we all saw every dollar.
You know, so right now, you know, with the money team, my man Rick right here, he chilling. He don't say much. So it's not, you know, it's not like riding on the Air Mayweather. Big boy private jet. And, you know, do what we do best. You know, that's 700,000. That's 700,000.
But his biggest flex came in 2022. Floyd hopped on Instagram claiming he had just dropped $402 million to buy up 62 rental buildings in New York City. He even looked straight into the camera and said, "All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners." And guess what? You can do the same. It's about making power moves. And the internet went crazy. To fans, this was Floyd's next level. No longer just a retired fighter, but a full-on real estate mogul talking about generational wealth. It was the ultimate Money Mayweather move, until people actually checked the receipts. Because when reporters pulled NYC property records, nothing matched. No buildings in his name. No $402 million transfer. No paper trail at all. And that's when the whispers about Floyd's empire being smoke and mirrors started to get louder than ever. Take Jake Paul, for example. This man has been trolling Floyd since day one. From clowning his height to calling him broke, Jake never misses a chance to drag Floyd's billionaire image. And honestly, he hit a nerve when he started hammering Floyd about fighter payments. Remember when Logan Paul went public, saying Floyd still owed him millions from their 2021 exhibition fight? Jake turned that into his personal weapon. He mocked Floyd online, saying, "If you're a billionaire, why can't you even pay my brother?"
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a...
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
And then you've got Eddie Hearn, one of the most respected promoters in boxing. Earlier this year, Eddie admitted he had doubts about Floyd's wealth too. He claimed that during a conversation, Floyd got so annoyed by the skepticism that he literally pulled out a bank statement to shut him up.
Just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things though? Do you think
for money?
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
Think he still needs the money?
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years?
the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending,
it's a lot of expenses.
Eddie said he was stunned by the numbers, like the account balance was astronomical. But here's the problem. Fans didn't buy it. To them, it looked like another Mayweather performance, another stage flex. Because if the money is so real, why does Floyd always feel the need to prove it, instead of just letting the numbers speak quietly? And that's why so many people believe those endless exhibition fights aren't about love for the sport. They're about survival. As y'all already know, once Floyd hung up his gloves for real fights, he didn't exactly stay retired. Instead, he lined up exhibition after exhibition.
Floyd tolling with his corner right now, just throwing not even jabs, just tossing that left arm out.
Each time, Floyd walked in like it was light work, bragging about pulling in 8-figure checks for barely breaking a sweat. At that point, it wasn't even about competition anymore. It was about showing the world he could still turn the most random matchup into a major payday.
Negotiation for an exhibition is a little bit different. You know, we can pick up 30, we can pick up 20, 30 million. We can pick up a few million, but when I'm fighting a regular fight, you know, most likely it's always a high number. You know, you guys may see 50 million or 100 million on a check. So there's a difference.
And it didn't stop with boxing. Floyd even dipped into the WWE, pulling off a 12-minute stunt at WrestleMania that supposedly earned him $20 million.
When I got involved with the WWE, it was like, you and Big Show gonna have a matchup. I said, what you mean? He said, y'all can fight. I said, what do you mean fight? Is it for fake? They said, no. You swing, y'all fight for real? I'm like, I thought wrestling was fake. So when I punched him in the face, you know, I broke his nose. And I was like, oh man.
But here's the thing, if that's true, then why keep climbing in the ring with YouTubers and influencers? Why keep hustling these easy money fights if you're really sitting on a billion-dollar empire? And that's where Stephen A. Smith hits hardest. He's not just saying Floyd's empire is flashy, he's saying it's fragile. It's a patchwork of quick fixes, lawsuits, and celebrity tie-ins that look shiny from a distance, but crumble the closer you get. At the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather's billion-dollar empire isn't built on solid gold. It's balancing on smoke and mirrors.